everybody, and welcome back to 3-2 Brew. Today we're going to be taking on a bit of a pre-modern testing stint here. We're going to be running through with Black Red Rack. This is not going to be your typical machine head build. This is going to be pretty much Black Rack with a splash of red. What does red give us? First off, red gives us Terminate. Terminate is just absolute banger. Super large house. Love what Terminate does. Gets in there, puts into work, lets people know what's shaking down. Huge fan of Terminate. Grim Lavamancer as well. This deck is fantastic at building up a graveyard. We got 9 sorceries. We got 8 instants. The artifacts don't really help, but also a lot of our creatures are removable and dealable. So, yeah, looking kind of nasty on that front with Grim Lavamancer. It doesn't play like a slide deck or a burn deck, but we do put a lot of stuff into the graveyard, so never bad to have Grim Lavamancer going. I am running 4 fetch lands to slightly aid, but not going to be a huge aid. We also get a fun of one of Pyre Zombie. This is kind of my choice. Never really seen this card, was just doing some Scryfall searching. Came across him, was like, you know what? This is kind of like a build your own Nether Spirit in a sense. If we do continually get wiped, and they keep, we have a lot of removal go through us, or we can chain a smog this away for a very small cost. It's a bit inefficient, but for something that can continually come back to our hands, I dig it. It does a good amount of work. It puts in a lot of good effort on that end, I think. So, yeah, this is what the real edition is. I went up to 4 Ravenous Rats, because I'm glad where that's at, and did a 3-1 split between Pyre Zombie and Grim Lavamancer. The Terminate looks very nice in this deck. This just deals with everything. And I love that. Deals with Mastercore, deals with our friendly neighborhood. Blanking on the name of it. The Big Shrimp. Big Shrimpin'. But yeah, regardless, we're still trying to get the rack done. We got the same amount of discard spells. I am thinking about a second Cabal Therapy with a Pyre Zombie and Ravenous Rats, but that's a future state issue. I upped it to 24 lands. I always want to hit a land drop. This is basically based off of F. Paul's video, where he's always trying to hit a land. I like that. I think it's a nice part of this deck. I am still on 3 Curse Scrolls. I think this card is fantastic. I absolutely adore what it does, especially with more lands, it'll be even better. Sideboard, we took out all the blue stuff, so we had 4 Blue Blast. I replaced them with 4 Red Blast effects, and the Chill got swapped for a Plague Spitter. I'm not sure if we can fit Plague Spitter into this list truly with 3 Lavamancers and a Pyre Zombie. Obviously, it kills rats, but that's a little bit less of an issue. So I'm kind of schmedium on Plague Spitter right now. Don't know where I want this to end up. This could be a 4th Engineered Plague. This could be a 2nd Perish. This could be a 3rd Gloom, 3rd Dystopia. I don't know. But regardless, I'm going to continue pushing through with this and see how it runs. I'm very excited to see how this ends up. There is an additional Necrotog that I thought about putting in here, and I will have, when this video actually goes live, I'll have it in the considering on the sideboard. I think Necrotog could be pretty dope. Not 100% sure. Let me pull it up real quick. Let's see. I think it's Necrotog. There it is. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different one. Sorry, Necrotog could work as well, but I'll find it, I'll pull it up, and I'll toss it in here. Regardless, very excited to give this a run. I've been really enjoying playing with the rack lately. It's a super fun deck. Plays kind of how I like to enjoy playing, a lot of hand hate, and anytime I can shove a Cabal Therapy or a Duress on the stack, I'm never going to be mad. Funeral Charm is a very flexible card, which I enjoy a lot. So without further ado, let's hop on in here. On the draw versus the Black Vice. The one, the only. Oh, good lord. That was a tough first hand, and Mulligan's even worse. All right, we'll keep this. Swamp to the bottom. Sulphurous Springs to the bottom. Done. Just gotta draw some lands. That's what our deck's good at. Let's crack them open with a Vice or a Duress here. Black Vice are giving me big Stasis vibes, everybody. Let's see what they got going on over here. Cabal Therapy, a Lava Boar Muse. We are against Machine Head. That's what I like to see. You have an answer for that Lava Boar Muse. Get in with the factory, hit for 2, flashback. Name something. No flashback. Okay. Well, well, well. If it isn't our own factory. We got the superior factory, though, the old border. I think it's Summer Factory, right? Not really, I'm 100% sure. There's a Bloodstain Mire. Lavaborn uses a 3/3. All right. Power to them. They can boot that bad boy up. I am gonna hit the Lavaborn Muse. Actually, would have been pretty solid with the rack. I completely forgot about that card. I feel stupid now. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's okay though. It is a little high on the curve as well. I think what I do here is I just filter and drop down a Pyre Zombie. Lavaborn Muse would have been nice. Would have been real nice. But we can terminate that. Going to 5 here was real tough. Just some real tough opening hands. It's going to happen. I'm all right with that. Sulphurous Springs we knew about. Here comes the Muse. And that's fine. Okay. We're going to take a Bolt here. Yeah, that's a great card. Man, I completely forgot. I just bought some of them like maybe a month or two ago as well. Ooh, another rack. I'm going to terminate here. I'm not going to beat in with Factory. So I want the option to Factory next turn and like do a pump block on their Factory. It was a good terminate hit though. We know they have a Swamp in their hand still. What, they got like a Snuff Out or something over there? That's what it feels like. Maybe a Pyrokinesis? I think we're going to want to fetch another red here. The Shadow Blood Ridge is actually doing quite a bit for us right now. Ooh boy, that's not good. That is very bad for us. Okay. Great rip from the opponent. Man, I feel stupid not adding that card to this deck. That's alright, that's alright. Lessons learned. Okay. I'm gonna go grab another mountain. I'm going to filter mountain through the Shadow Blood Ridge. They gotta discard a card. Should be Swamp. Sulphurous Springs. And then I'm gonna drop the rack down. Say okay. We are way behind on life total. But the rack's going to hit them for 4 here. We're going to get pinged for 3, though. It's tough. Man, I can't believe I completely forgot about that card. I feel so stupid now. Pyre Zombie, we can line up on a Factory. Issue is it can pump. We'll probably double block Rats and Pyre Zombie. Yep. Or they could just go wide. Okay, they're just going to go wide. Not a Horde call. I feel like the Moldify really Cooked our goose here. I'll line up 2 blocks. I got no issue with that. Any order. I am... Ooh, another factory. Man, they've had some great draws. Okay, I take a burn. I'm not going to pay for that. We animate factory here. They get through. Yeah, GG's. GG's. All right. Lava-Born Muse showing its, really its power there. We don't want Spitter. I think Furnace would be good here. Dystopia is not going to get us anywhere. Yeah, I feel like we want Furnace. And what do we want to take out here? The Rack's good. Curse Scroll's good. Terminate's very good. Pyre Zombie, because they can just sit back. I actually think it's 1 duress. I think that's the route we want to take. Definitely taking the play. Alright, this hand looks much better. A little dodgy with the Pain Lance, but that's a-okay with me. I am kicking myself though, everyone. I ain't going to sit here in front about it. I am definitely kicking myself about not adding Lava-Born Muse. I like that card. I looked at a couple of Machine Head lists with it a couple months back, and then it just completely left my brain. I was looking to play multicolored cards. I think they're so sick. Duress. All right, they get to take Smog here. We're going to hit them with Rats. 2 turns to draw a land. That's not a land, but that's okay. See what we get out of their hand. A Bolt. Very nice. So they are definitely more of a true Machine Head build. There's a factory. Their own Curse Scroll. Cabal. Wow. Oh, man. Sniping me here. Any order. Tough one. Therapy's really powerful. I would like to have 2 of them in these decks. Alright, Factory's a great pickup. We can snipe their factory if they animate their own Curse Scroll. If not, we'll just send it uptown. We can't block effectively with our factory right now. Okay. I'll discard. Oh, no, I meant to... click too fast. Darn it. Gosh darn it. I meant to hit their Rats with it on the stack, and I was just clicking right through it like an idiot. That's my bad. That's my bad. Yup, that I just misclicked. Womp. Okay. Get in for 1 here. That also forces them to animate a factory if they ever want to flashback Cabal Therapy. Our shields are down currently. Ooh, a Rotting Giant. It's very difficult to deal with. Okay. I actually like Ravenous Rats a lot right here. Terminate, very nice. We're getting them empty. Next turn we can start attacking with the Rats and threatening if they block to hit them with a Curse Scroll. Or if they want to attack here, I can tap down Factory. But I probably don't want to do that because I'm going to be trading more damage. Okay. That's a very nice pickup. Getting through. Okay. I think just this time around, I'm going to go Mishra's Factory. On the name here. Factory. That way I can animate and block still. It's pushing good damage. Ooh, Plague Spitter. That's a tough one for me. It's alright, though. We'll be able to push through it. That's a great pickup. So what I'm going to do here. These are going to die anyway. So there's no reason to toy around with it. I'm just going to clear the Plague Spitter now. I'm going to deploy the rack. We're going to get into a nice little damage race. Alright, GG's. Very nice, very nice. Plague Spitter, Duress, Engineer Plague. I don't think there's any changes I want to make. Go back. Funeral Charm might be worse than Duress against them. Just gonna go back in with that one swap. See how it goes. Very interested to see. I like Machine Head. It's a very cool color pairing. It's supported. Like, I really think there has to be a deck in the black-red space that's just very good. I think Lavaborn Muse as a 2-of in this deck would be great. I could see it as like a 2-2 split with this and Pyromancer, or Lavamancer, I mean. So having Lavamancer just become like an additional like house of a card is amazing. I'm going to keep this one. See what they lead on here. Nothing. Okay. Or second main? No, okay. I think I am going to duress them here. Lightning Bolt and Trip. Quadruple Plague Spitter. 4 of a kind. Unbelievable. That's actually a disgusting pickup. I am just going to run out Mountain here. I'm going to go Rack. Rack. And then I'm going to Chain a Smoggle next turn. Double Rack is a huge pickup. No land from them, please? No land from them. Okay. Terminate's a good pickup. Let's just start with a Chain of Smog. Plague Spitter and a Terminate. Will they send it back at me? Come on, send it back. No. Okay. I'm going to get them here. Alright, this is huge. So they're going to deploy one of their Plague Spitters. So now what I can do, hit a land drop, which is a great pickup. I'll threaten a Lightning Bolt. Chain of Smog them again. Hopefully they ditch their 2 other Plague Spitters. Make my life the easiest. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Another red source would be huge. That way I could terminate plus Lavamancer here. I'm not quite sure that's the correct call. Because I can't run Lavamancer into an open Plague Spitter. Alright, I'm going to get to terminate. That's big news. That's even bigger. Wow. Just coming up wheelhouse right now. Okay. Let me go fetch. Go grab me my final mountain. Drop in a nice little Lavamancer. We can start getting to work here now. That was crazy they had 4 of a kind, though. I love that. That type of stuff I love. I guess I could put some artifact hate in the sideboard, couldn't I? I never even thought about that. Maybe I should be running some overloads in the board somewhere. Their own terminate, very nice. Gets a card out of their hand for the Vice. Gonna deploy our own hippie. My hippie plus rack? Or what is that? It's not rack, it's Curse Scroll. Hippie plus Curse Scroll would be huge. I think they got a bolt. That's my guess. But if they bolt me, they take 4 this turn. Sorry if you hear my dog barking. Or getting hyped up. All right. GG's. We took the match. Very nice. Pull that off against Machine Head. I do like the Lavaborn Muse tech, but hey, we'll take what we can get. Played out a really nice hand hate Chain of Smog. They had a 4-of-kind Plague Spitter, which is just so cool to see. Very well, very well. Great first showing from the deck. Let's hop on into the next one. On the play here for the second match. I think that's a keeper. I don't know about everybody else, but I'm feeling like that's a keeper. Fetch mountain or swamp here, I mean. Fetch swamp. Just gonna start with the rack. I don't want that getting picked out just in case. Hopefully we pick something good up next turn. That way we can drop off a Funeral Charm. Plus something else. If we could get like Duress plus Funeral Charm, that'd be nasty. Wonder what the logic... Ooh. We got something a little toasty over there. Let's Funeral Charm. Please let me cast this. Hit them with a Funeral Charm. See what they want to drop. Whoa! This is looking sick. Drifting Djinn. I don't know what they're on, but I dig it. I can tell you that much right now. You know, if you've been the channel for a minute, you know I love a good brew. You know that. Oh, this is a heart. I love this. No way this cat just dropped Fluctuator on me. Oh man. This is a thing of beauty. I am very excited. Fluctuator has great art too. It's such a classic fantasy vibe to it. I love this. That's so cool. Oh man. This is gonna be able to like churn through their entire deck. That would be so rad. Wonder what their win con is. Unburden. Discard 2 cards. Alright. Any order? Funeral Charm. It's a good pickup. Drop in another rack. Cast a funeral charm. Hit them. Wonder if there's like a mass reanimation. That would be kind of sick. We cooked through all our resources, so that's donezo, you know? But we can always rebuy Pyre Zombie. Issue is we can't sack it currently. I could have just cycled that. Primarch Escapee. Okay, we're gonna have a factory up and running here soon. This is like blue-black Fluctuator. I do not know what deck this is, but I am a huge fan of it. Never actually got to play against a Fluctuator deck, so it's even more exciting for me because of that. Soon enough, they're going to be able to start dropping some of these fatties. I'd love to find me like a hippie or something. I just can't get over that. That is so cool. I am so stoked to see a Fluctuator deck. I really am. Ooh, boy. All right. We don't have the mana to activate Pyre, but we can put some pressure with a factory on. They might have a piece of spot removal for it. It's a very real possibility. Rapid Decay. You know, I looked at that card the other day, actually. A, because the art's sick. But also, B, it's just a cool card. Miscalc. Very nice. Primarch. Actually, I'm extremely excited to see how this deck wins. Primarch Escapee, too. Very cool. Oh, it's a Living Death deck. So sick. That's awesome. I completely forgot Living Death didn't filter. Undo. And then 1. I will return it to my hand. We'll chill for now. That's so sick. That's so cool. It's a Living Death deck. I never even would have thought of that. I mean, I should have, as someone who's recently played Red Black Zombies. But it's very cool nonetheless. I like to see this type of stuff a ton. We can bring in some of our graveyard hate. It's no thing but a chicken wang. Bring in our graveyard hate, and we can bring in no Perish, no Gloom, no Dystopia. Probably just Phyrexian Furnace. Yeah, GG's. Very, very, very cool. Let's begin sideboarding here. I think we're going to want to bring in these 6 suckers. We definitely want Duress. We definitely want Cabal Therapy. Funeral Charm is slightly worse. Curse Scroll slightly worse. I don't think Pyre Zombie is the access we want to fight on here. We need to just disrupt their combo as much as possible. So I think it's going to be this. Go down to 8 creatures in the main board, plus the factories to beat in. We need 2 more. Terminate, I don't think it's going to get there because it's a mass reanimation strategy, so we're just not going to get there quite as fast. Definitely taking the play. This is a great opening hand. We can go Springs into Furnace. Actually, I'm probably going to drop Rack again. Let's see what we can hit with this Duress real quick. Unburden, miscalc, miscalc. We'll take the Unburden. I am going to grab a Swamp. I'm going to just go for it. I'm going to take the 2. I'm going to take miscalc. Let me get rid of all this. So they're going to have 2 Drifting Gin. Okay. We have no way currently to deal with that. But we chopped them down to 4 cards, which is nice. Let's see if they have to play the Blasted Landscape or not. Okay, they do. Swamp for a Furnace. Exile the bottom card of their library or their graveyard. We're not quite putting any pressure on them yet. We do have a way to deal with all of their stuff currently. So we can exile with Phyrexian Furnace if they were to pop soon for somehow, some way. Like Dark Ritual into it or something. Alright, it's a card we did not know about. Just another one. Okay. Slowly going to eat through it. Can't disrupt the cycle they're about to do. Oh, Sponge. Interesting. We have a ton of interaction / removal currently in hand. Swamp. Okay. Exile the bottom. They can double cycle here, Jin, and then Living Death. We can't do anything about the Living Death, but then we can Pyroblast. Well, we can pop this, eat one of the things out of the graveyard. Pyroblast 1, Reb another. Okay, a SWAT. Sweet Art 2 got Phage on it. Few who cross Phage have the chance to repeat the mistake. That is so sick. I love stuff with sweet flavor like that. Next turn, if they let us untap, we can hit the Primarch. Okay, Unburden. I'd probably drop 2 Terminates if they unburden me. In all honesty. This is a tough one. It's a very tough deck. I mean, we don't have any good discard stuff right now, sadly. We have true, like, the half of the deck that we weren't, like, super thrilled with, I guess. Like, Terminate's a bit inefficient here because Blast just does its job for what we needed to do. Fluctuator, okay. There goes a Jin. Probably another Djinn as well. Oh boy. That's so sick. Swamp. That's swamp cycling. That's so rad. This deck is cool, yo. I've always looked at Fluctuator because, like, I've looked at it for, like, EDH and stuff as well. Swamp. Exile the bottom card of their graveyard, which takes out one of their main threat pieces. And we'll be able to hit the Drifting Djinn. So I assume they're going to Djinn in here. I mean, they're pretty deep to their deck. They probably should have a Living Death by now. At least that's my guess. I haven't done anything. I've been purely reactive. Yeah, there goes another Djinn into the bin. That rhymed. It ain't a sin to put your Djinn in the bin. To me, it's a win. Too bad it's not a shark. Could have had a fin. Looking dope out here. Following like Jeremy Lin. Lin Sanity was awesome. Another one. I just want him to go here. All right. Living Death. Let's eat one of the Djinns. Emergency meeting with the Living Death. Furnace eats a Djinn. I have a Duress in hand now. Here, I just gobble up one of their Djinns. The issue is these can just come back, you know? See what they're working with in their hand over there. Chain of Vapor. Let's see. We're just going to eat all the Chain of Vapors up. Chain of Vapor. They go to Hellbent. And then I blast. Ah. Whoops. I want to force them to tap down here. The rack eats them up for 3. Okay, they're going to pay. Pyroblast on the Djinn. This is where an Overload would have been crazy, just picking off this Fluctuator. Taxing their mana a bit more. Then Twisted Abomination we can get rid of for the Terminate. This is a really, really, really cool deck. I would love to play a deck like this sometime soon here. You just turbo cycle stuff, and then you just Living Death. I think that's so sick. I love that. If I could splash a red to have a Red Blast to just automatically eat up a counterspell, be awesome. Only having one red source is kind of hurt here. That's a great pickup. Okay. The rack does its work. Curse Scroll can just start popping off here soon then. If they have another Living Death though, my goose is just cooked. They can't regenerate it. Man, talk about a rad deck. Look at that. What is that, expunge? How sick is that? One of the Sarah Angels just getting cooked in air. Awesome. Awesome. I love that stuff. Okay, remote isle. If I find another living death, I'm done. What a fun card Living Death is. I'll never forget the first time that was cast on me. I was playing in New Hampshire and Portsmouth. And I played against Red Black Goblins for the first time ever, and I was on the rock, and they just kept chump blocking. And I'm like, all right, I finally got him knocked down. I had no clue what the Black Splash was for. Never had even seen this card. And then boom, they just Living Death me and comboed me out, and I was like, oh, good God. I was like, oh man, my goose is cooked. It was really, really sick. Huge fan of it. They said lag. All good. All good. I got some lag still, yeah. Sadly, you know, just MTGO's been a little bit laggy recently. Okay. Drifting Djinn. Package come through. Another swamp. It's actually a great pickup. It's right here. We'll tax their mana. The rack will hit them. Bada bing, bada boom. Tax their mana. And then I'll curse scroll. Hit them for 2 up top in the dome. They could have a miscalculation. That would be a bummer. But we did eat quite a bit of them up. We definitely got something to do. Was it this game that we ate some of them up? Maybe not. Exile Zone. Yeah, we did. We ate up the miscal. Wait, what? 2 of them up? Yeah, they could easily have another one by now. Gonna name Terminate. And then I'm going to... I mean, I probably should have terminated while they were tapped down. I completely forgot about miscalc. But if they have it, they have it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. Nope, they don't. Land into Living Death would just be GG's. Honestly, Ravenous Rats would just be a banger of a draw. Hit them for 2 up top. Drop in Ravenous Rats. Have them discard. Take 2 off the rack at upkeep. That would be a heater. Got a ton of banging and clanging going on outside. Trash truck's doing work. Bit of downtime here. All right, looks like they're doing some crazy cycling. This is the last card in their hand, Living Death. Hey, GG's. Good games. All right, we lost 0-2 to Fluctuator. I'm never mad about that. That was sick. Really, really, really stoked to play against that deck. That looks like a ton of fun. You can sign me up for that anytime. Let's hop into the third match here. On the play against Negator 87. All right, let's see what we can cook up here. Pyre Zombie is a one of has been showing up. It wants to be on this video. It's telling us what it's about. You know what I'm saying? It wants to be here. If Negator 87 isn't playing Negator, I'm going to be very upset. All I gotta say. You can't lie to me like that, Negator 87. If you're not playing it, I'm going to be heartbroken. Take a ping. See what he's cooking with. Negator 87. How dare you? That's not a Negator deck. I have been lied to. Or against Enchantress. Look at Wooded Foothill. I wonder if that's for like a magical splash or something. We'll hit him with a Funeral Charm. Funeral Charm. Force him to discard another bugger. I do like Enchantress a lot. I switched between my decks. Now I start playing something for the incoming fours. That's super fair. That's super, super fair. I'm just yanking your chain. It's going to be... Yeah, that... Shrimps is nasty. Shrimps is really, really good. Well, I'm going to be teaching them about the gospel known as Pyre Zombie. Yeah, the freeze line is super sick. It seems good. It seems real good, actually. We're going to see one of the Enchantresses come down here. Fortunately, we can't hit it because it has Shroud. Yeah. That's super fair. I am going to drop this because I'm just going to want to begin pushing just insane amounts of damage. Yeah, that also makes sense. Yeah. Negator just out here. Yeah, Ale is great. A deck I love. I really, really want to make a tier 2 deck. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. We've seen both Enchantresses. All right. This is perfectly okay. I'm going to get in with my Pyre Zombie. Yeah, I get that. The Black Suite has a ton of support out the board. I think that. Like, that's why I've been really enjoying Black. Now it's being Black, back being probably the best deck. Yeah, I get that. I do. I think it is. Actually, I don't know. I think it's Rack. Yeah, the Rock is sick. Okay. The Rock is sweet. And Rack has felt great. I'm trying some brews. Yeah, they are. Man, I love a chatty opponent. I really do. I really, really do. Miri's Guile. I mean, they're just about to outvalue us. There's nothing we can do about it. Like, we're just about to be cooked. Trevor's Ruins is going to bounce back to Snow-Covered Forest. They still have Sanctum, too. Like, don't forget about that. They're about to really dice us up here. Seal of Cleansing. That's a huge womp womp for us. Oh, Enchantress's Presence. Good lord. Yeah, this is the power of Enchantress. Come on. Why you gotta be like that? Mountain. Got some lag here, got some lag here. MTGO's been a little slow on the thinking train as of late. There we go. We're just going to name Mountain. Okay. Gonna hit every time. Hits 100% of the time. It works 50% of the time, all the time. Yeah, that guy. I think it's the mana that does it for me with that guy. Like, you can't ever find what you need when you need it. It doesn't feel as consistent. I know this is a Shockland less format, and I get that, and I respect that. Like, I'm cool with it. But the versatility of just being able to fetch a basic versus like praying to find a source off the top is pretty gnarly. Not going to sit here and find about that. Machine Head I also like. Played for a while with Draco Bass. Yeah. Yeah, that deck. That deck seems fun. Just watched, I think it was Heavy Play. That's okay, though. Now we can drop Mountain. Ooh, Chain of Smog. Time to get smogging. Which Chain of Smog, I think, is probably good for them. Oh, interesting. This is gone. We can make the screen bigger now. I'm going to boot up Factory, and I'm just going to get down and dirty with it. They're not going to lay any blocks down. They'll probably replenish soon. Or if they have an Opalescence. My goose is kind of cooked. This is why, like, Pyroclasm's so good. We could have just eaten up one of these Argothians. Maybe I should have Pyroclasm in the board. Nah, that doesn't really make any sense, because it just kills all my creatures, too. It's a tough deck with a red variant, because there's so much you can do with red. You got me here. You know what, actually? They're at 11 life. Let's play it out. Let's just F6 through this. That way we don't gotta hold up the clock no more. Another Enchantress's presence. There, so many cards. I hope they got Opalescence here. I want to see them close this game out. There it is. GG's, GG's. We can't get through that. That's a GG's. Let's hit the sideboarding here. Gloom. Perish. Yes. Dystopia. Yes. What do we want out? Funeral Charm. Yes. Actually, what we want out, I think, is Terminate. Because that doesn't kill what we want it to kill. And one Funeral Charm. Oh, Plague Spitter's nasty here. Actually, Engineered Plague is as well. I think Funeral Charm is just generally worse. Whoops. I meant to stick these suckers up here. Yeah, I think this is the type of matchup we want, this type of board. We just want to be professional haters. You know? And this is a professional hater type of hand. Argothian. Enchantress. Hit one. Karmic Justice. That's pretty nasty. Okay, so we got one. Brushland. For a Wild Growth. No hate pieces for that in this deck. Here we can at least drop What does this do? Okay. Parallax wave. That's okay. That's a great pickup. So here I can go scroll rack. I want them to develop a karmic justice. Do they have another wild growth? Did I misclick that? I really don't know. I'm gonna develop another scroll. I don't want to put dystopia down just on a wild growth. I want them to kind of develop a bit. Come on, deck. I feel like they have to enlighten tutor for an Enchantress's presence here. They might be able to outpace my dystopia, which is why I didn't deploy it. So I don't want to have to just continually pay life for it. All right, there's the ET. I assume they're going to go get an Enchantress's presence. Yep. Which they'll be able to cast and get some value off of. Potentially. There it is. And they had a wild growth. Okay. So I was correct. There was a second one there. I think I go dystopia here. Get rid of one of their wild growths, which gets rid of their ramp. Mm-hmm. We do have a lot of hate for this out of the board. Exploration. Another draw. We don't have any way to disenchant. It is a frustrating part of this deck. All right. You have Shroud. Okay. A little bit of lag here. I don't think dystopia is going to allow us to actually punch through the way we want to punch through. But I will pay it. Okay. Yes, I will. I'll pay a life. Chain of Smog. Ooh, boy. Oh, I can't because they have Shroud. Okay. Sorry, I'll just deploy a Hypnotic Spectre. Can't therapy him. I can't do anything fun. Could have been a lot of fun. See, they got another white source here. Now we can smog them, though. That's actually a nice pickup. Okay, no white. They could draw it, though. Ooh, boy. Another Enchantress's presence. That's a problem. I wish Parish was like Anarchy and just hit all green permanents. Could you imagine? That would be so nasty. Ooh, a swords. Okay. Yep. Okay. I think that for this deck, it's going to sound kind of stupid, but I do think that there is a world where we could play this deck and be able to do like a little bit more action. And when I say that, I mean like I feel like we could be more of a control role, maybe a less creatures, more control. Pyroclasms, perish, that type of stuff. This is one where I think the sideboard means a lot. Dystopia just isn't as good against Enchantress. They draw so many darn cards. Chain of Smog them. And now we're pretty well set up with a Curse Scroll. Parallax Wave, Karmic Justice. They have a Replenish though. We're kind of dust. Put the rack second. Let them Dystopia choice first. Okay, Exploration bites the bin. Okay. All right. Okay. I will pay 3 life. That's very nice. Here we can start Curse Scrolling. Wild Growth goes away. You take 2. A third one. Oh my goodness. That is so much value. It's like unbelievable. We just need them to drop an Opalescence. I think this was my last turn with Dystopia. I don't know if I want to reveal this Perish or not. Yeah, I mean, they're just going to continue to sack off Junkers to it. Another Wild Growth. Wild Growth is a sweet enchantment, by the way. I got a lot of love for that card. I think I don't reveal Perish. I think I just chill. They're going to get some good beats in on me here. I mean, they probably have a Replenish as well. Stick that on. Okay, I will not pay. Let me see what they got in their hand. The 4th Enchantress's Presence. I'll take an Opalescence. That's what I want them to have, but I can't let them know that. Mary's Guile. I mean, they're just about to blow us out here. Because they can just go get Sterling Grove, their Mary's Guile. They could deck themselves. Very real possibility. It sounds ridiculous, but it could happen. Mary's Guile, Enchantress's Presence. Exploration. I mean, look how deep into their deck they are. Wonder how that works with... How does Opalescence work? All non-aura enchantments. Okay. Didn't know if Wild Growth just like animated a land. That'd be kind of cool, actually. I think so. Just drawing 4. Let's see what they go and get. Replenish? No, it needs to be an enchantment. Probably Opalescence. Yep. They got more than enough mana to cast it. They are at risk of decking themselves. Funny enough. Like, it sounds really stupid, but they are. They're definitely going to get in for some damage here. We're going to draw 4 off of this. I hope they cast some more enchantments. So they're going to get in for 10 here. I'm going to go to 5 because I'm definitely going to hit them up top. I'm actually going to take their entire board. That's kind of disgusting. Planes just for good measures. End step. I'm gonna go fetch me a swamp. First scroll with a perish. Okay. Clean up. They get a lot of discards here. I feel like they have to have a replenish in this deck, right? Maybe I should have waited to show them perish, so they didn't replenish me. They'll probably hang on to replenish if they have it. We do have a second perish. Just for everyone interested. But we don't have it in our hand. Alrighty. 3. We're gonna perish them. Send it to the Shadow Realm. We're already low on life. I don't see that changing anytime soon. We're gonna drop in a nice little Ravenous Rats. If they opalescence here, then our goose is kind of cooked. But there's a Sabo's Web discarded from that. Very cool, very cool. All their draw engines are gone. But they do have a lot of cards in their hand. I don't even think this is relevant anymore. Parallax Wave. Womp womp. Eat my rats. Exile itself. Very nice. Don't think there... I could... Actually, I don't even know if Terminate would work. I think my goose is now officially cooked. Yeah. GG's. Well played, well played, well played. Unfortunately, we're not able to pull it out against the Negator on Enchantress, but a very strong deck as well. Natural Predator ours, it draws so many cards. Negator, awesome chats with you. Like to see your thoughts on a lot of the stuff over here. Really, really cool. I like your thoughts and opinions on the shrimps and everything like that. So let's hop on into the outro and talk about the deck. Well, everybody, we ended up going 1-2. Not a super great showing for this deck, but I think a lot of it was my construction. I do think that Lava Boar Muse is fantastic. That card should be slotted in here. I think we go down to 2 Lavamancer and drop a Pyro Zombie and drop in a Lava Boar Muse. The other card that I was talking about was Sarkatog is what the name of it was. So you can remove cards from your graveyard from the game. It gets +1/+1. Then I can sacrifice an artifact. That's less relevant, but I still kind of dig this and what it's trying to do. It could be a fun toss in here, but I do think that Lava Boar Muse is just going to have way more impact. It's exactly what we're trying to do, and it fits the colors very, very well. Let's talk about the sideboard here. I don't know what we want. Perish felt good. I forgot we actually only did have 1 Perish. Whoops. So we didn't have it back up. Plague Spitter can probably go in this deck. We got too many 1 toughness with the rats and what you have. Plague Spitter, I think, can go. I think I want another Therapy. Maybe 1 less Funeral Charm. But I think we gotta just toy with the sideboard a bit. I like the concept of possibly having a Pyroclasm in here. So I would consider having a Pyroclasm and maybe an Overload if I could fit it. It's just we're trying to figure out what axis we want to fight this deck, other decks on. Enchantress is a tough matchup. We're never going to be able to win that. But I do think that there's some good bones here. Terminate felt fantastic. Lavamancer didn't get to show up really, but I think if you can find a Lavamancer, it's going to be a good deck. Rats was good impact. Spectre's always good if it can stick. Pyre Zombie was not as impactful as I would hope, so definitely cut that sucker out of here. Toss in at least 1 Lava Boar Muse, probably 2, and go down 1 on the Lavamancer. Put your curve a little higher, which I don't love, but is what it is. Cabal Therapy felt great. I think with this deck, you know, coming into a Lavamancer and Rats, having 6 total of them, plus your factories, I think Cabal is just really good at sniping people's hands. Chain of Smog feels like an all-star. The rest is great. The rest of the deck feels fantastic. Sideboard needs to be a bit more ironed out. Don't know exactly what axis we need to fight on. Dystopia didn't feel great against that matchup, but it's really good against Terravore type of matchups. Gloom, I think, is great. I would maybe get rid of 2 Dystopia, add in a 1 for the Gloom, and then maybe like an Overload or something. Phyrexian Furnace was terrible against Fluctuator, but that's okay. Not mad about that. But yeah, this deck's fun. I ain't gonna lie to you. There's a lot to brew within this space. I think there's more brewability within red-black than there is blue-black. But I do really, really like the red-black variant, and I do really, really like the blue-black. Maybe I'll just go Grixis. But I think I'm going to continue just to brew within the space. I do like the blue a bit more just because I like Grim Lavamancer, but I am very interested in Lava Boar Muse. Or I'm sorry, blue more because of Psychotog, but I'm very interested because of Muse. So we'll see how this ends out. This deck is fun. If you're interested in rack variants, it's definitely an interesting one to run. I did mess it up a bit by not adding in the Muse and putting in a Pyre Zombie. I'm just going to level with everyone. I got really stoked up on like multicolor cards. So I was searching and I was like, ooh, Pyre Zombie fits in. This wasn't the optimal plug, but you know, you don't know till you test it really. So I hope everybody enjoyed. I appreciate you all watching this video. I appreciate all the comments. I've been getting a ton of comments on my videos recently. I love them. I love chatting with everyone, hearing your thoughts. I got a deck recommendation from Aragiri that I need to do soon. It's a domain deck that seems super wild. So very, very excited. Send me your brews. I love brewing stuff up. It's super fun. I'm working on getting the card hoarder, like a rental program online so I can sell out my collection and just be able to rent for a while. But I appreciate everyone. I appreciate everyone who's left comments and everything. This has been 3-2 Brew. And until next time, cheers.